Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be day 41 working on Project Betty, the 76 Mercury Monarch. This episode may be all over the place because I was going to put the front bumper on, but I still need to do under the hood, clean up, change the spark plugs and wires, and that bumper sticking so far out gets in the way. I was going to put the wheels and tires on it, but I need to do the trunk Raptor liner. I have to crawl in and out of the trunk, so I want to be able to drop that back of the car as low as I can, so I can't put tires on. But what I can do is retap this hole. That's the one that it broke off, and then I drilled it out. Now I need to put some threads in there. I have a screw. It has 10 24 threads. So I need to make this hole have 10 24 threads. I don't know what it had before. I'm just hoping I didn't drill it out too much to do this, because I would have to go up to the next size or go metric. Feels like it's working. See, I go in a little, maybe a turn and come back a quarter to break the chip off. And then go in again, half to a full turn, and back it up. And go back in, and rinse and repeat. Okay, it feels like I'm through. It's threading in easy now. Let me take that out, check, make sure the screw fits. It should. Threads look good. Yes. Screw fits. Okay, so I can put the mirror on. I'm explaining that the gasket that went on there has a bunch of old paint on it from when the car was painted previously. That needs to be scraped off because the paint color doesn't match the white of the car. So I'm just taking an X-Acto knife and scraping off the old paint. All right, I have that scraped off. I'm going to set the mirror remote control through the gasket. Slide the gasket up to the mirror. It's going to go down inside the car. And it's held on with 2 screws. First I'm going to put the screw in, then I tapped. Then the other screw I put in, I'm going to have to put like a speed nut on the bottom of it. So it was there. Get that to hold it, get that lined up, drop this screw in place. I'm going to reach up in there and do that. Make sure the gasket is centered correctly. Looks like it's as good as it's going to get. And just cinch it down. Just like that. Now we go on to the next item on the list, whatever that is. This is the next morning, but it's still going to be day 41 episode. What I'm going to do now is the spark plug wires, but I need to lower the front of the car so I can reach in there easier. I'm just going to jack it up and go down a couple notches on my jack stand, and that should be good. Yeah, it's going to be a lot better. I can reach in there easier now. Get this jack out of the way. All right. This garage is going to really need a good straightening up once I get this car out of here. Okay, next is I want to see how bad that paint and crap is on the valve covers and air cleaner. See if it comes off easy with just soap and water. If it's just dust, it'll come off. But if it's like wet paint or wet clear coat that went under there, then it won't come off easy. Now, it seems like the air cleaner came off okay. This valve cover is not liking it. Okay, I'm going to keep trying some other things until it comes off. I'm going to try starting fluid. This is my go-to cleaner. Usually takes a lot of grease, grime, and stuff off without affecting paint or plastic or without harming anything. Yeah, it looks like that'll work. You know, if I have to, I could get some gold paint, which I already have, and take these off and paint them gold. But I'm going to continue on, and I'll bring you back when I have more to show. Got the plugs out. Some of them are really hard for me to reach because I'm short and they're down in there, but I got them. These are the driver's side plugs in order that they were in 5, 6, 7, and 8. And over here we have there's 1, 2, 3, and cylinder 4. Looks like they're fairly consistent, you know, color wise. Some are a little leaner than others, like 3 and 7. Could be the way the intake runners are. It's a dual plane intake. But it's running okay. And not going to bother the carburetor. What I am going to do is gap the plugs, put new ones in, get the new wires out, and figure out which wire goes where and the best way to route them. Because some wire kits have longer wires than others. And I don't know what's in this Moroso kit that I bought. Him here. I just got old black wires. So I gotta get to doing that. I bought Autolite platinum plugs. I'm gonna gap them all at 45 thousandths. In my experience, a lot of these are like right on, straight out of the box. That one was good. The number on these are AP45. These are old cast iron heads on here, so they take the bigger diameter threaded portion of the plug. $45. $45. And the last one on this side, 45. So they're gapped just fine right out of the box. So I'm going to slide them in there and do the same thing on the other side. Got the plugs in, no problem. The wires that I got are Moroso's for a Ford 289, 260, 302, blah, blah. Part number 51070. And when you put wires on, you should take some grease, dielectric grease, and put it in the plug boot so it slides on the spark plug and it doesn't get stuck on there for the next time you try to pull it off. I have the wires separated by length. These are the two shortest. Third shortest. These four here are all about the same. And then the next longest and the longest are over here. So I'm going to put some grease in the end of each spark plug boot. Do it now, it's easier. I'll slide on the porcelain better. And then I'm going to start with the shortest one, which would be number 1. And then the next shortest is going to be, let's see, 1, 5, 4, probably 4. But I'll figure that out in a second here. I don't want to get sidetracked too far in advance. Yeah, that's a coil wire. All right, so these look like, yep, they all have the dielectric grease in there. So now I'm going to figure the fire. I know the firing order is 15426378 because this is a flat tappet cam. If it was a roller cam, it'd be 13726548. But number 1 in this case is right here. So 1 goes counterclockwise. 1, 5, 4, 2, 6, 3, 7, 8. So 1, then 5. So 1 and 4 are going to be like the closest or shortest wires. So I'm going to grab them. No, actually, 1, 5, 4 is going way back there. 2. So 1 and 2 are the closest. All right. Got a little sidetracked. I'll get it. Got them on. I'm going to have to do some rearranging with wires because some seem a little long. Like this one could be longer, this one could be shorter. These over here don't seem too bad. The only way to do this neatly is to custom make your own wires. You know, they come with like one end on them, like this coil wire here, for instance. Comes with one end and just no boot or anything on that side. So you would custom make each wire to fit each cylinder by shortening this and putting the boot on. This is just going to have to do. What I'm going to do is going to get inside and do a couple little squirts here, hit the key, see if it runs. It should. It runs, and I don't feel that missing when I gave it gas. So we're in good shape. I just have to neaten up those wires. To neaten up the wires, I'm going to use the old Hot Rodders zip tie wire loom, tip, trick, whatever. But you take a zip tie and you run around everything. Don't get it tight yet. And then you take a zip tie between each wire and around the zip tie you just put in. Kind of like this. Don't get it tight yet. You tighten all these up later. And then you do the same thing between the other wires. Now when you do zip ties, common courtesy, etiquette, whatever, is to get all the tails and things pointing in the same direction. Put them all on the same way. So I'm going in between each wire. There's a coil wire on this side, that's why there's 5. So I'm going to need another zip tie. Okay, round up through there. Okay, you get the idea. So now I'm going to start tightening these. And you tighten this first one you ever put on, and that's going to squeeze them all together, kind of like that. And get these a little tighter. I'm going to cut them off and then rotate the zip tie so that these thicker parts are down below. You're not seeing them. And I have some flush cut nippers to cut them as flush as I can. So you're not getting those little sharp triangular pyramid type things that tear your knuckles and rip everything apart. Okay, so now rotate these down in between the wires. Situate them all underneath. Like that. And you got some cheap and easy wire looms. They don't cost a lot. You can slide that along that wire wherever you want it or put more in there. You can do the same thing on the driver's side. And with that, that's going to be the end of day 41, working on Project Betty in Dan's messy garage. Come back for day 42 and I'll be putting on the wheels and tires and either cleaning up the trunk, getting ready for the Raptor liner spray, or cleaning up the interior, maybe spraying red on those panels. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. But come back for that and have a good day. Bye.